LOL. um Sorry, of course I like come on and I get a frog in my throat that I have to like clear. It's fine. It's fine. Misty, I have to remember to hold my mic further away, guys. I talk too loud. So there's a very fine line on the position that I can have from my mouth to the mic. I completely forgot about these. You forgot about me? Well, that's rude. I'm just I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. Um I feel like we're in that like time frame right now where you're like, what day is it? Where do I live? Who am I? What am I doing? And you're just like questioning all of life as you wait for the year to reset at 12 a.m. on the 1st. That's how I feel about this time frame right now. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I could read that book that is on my screen, the one for my work. Um, or I could get like a little head start on maybe some 2026 reading. You're frantically trying to finish setting up your journal. Honestly, I wouldn't sweat it. Yeah, like I wouldn't sweat like getting your journal set up perfectly right away. I mean, that's like one of those things where I feel like you can easily like catch up on it if needed. Like I understand wanting to get it set up, but like yeah, I still have to finish a page for it's like my fold out page for Aurelium because I saw her note about like how she's continuing it from last year and basically just like take a new path and this and that. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I gotta print it out and then I do like a fold out. So I have to tape it in and like cut it out and all this stuff. But my printer has if you're older like I am, Office Space when they go like crazy on the printer, that's me right now with my printer. I think I put it through the ringer printing off all like the ceremony and menu cards and I'm not even done yet. I still have I think I only did about half and it just like doesn't want to work right. But anyways, as I said, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't really know what I'm going to read. I did figure out kind of what I want to read this month versus in the quarter. Um, so I did film my TBR cart reset today, but I need to finish like the second half of it tomorrow with like what's on my TBR. So I have like a really good list of books that I could pick from. And I'm like, some of them are like holiday themed. So I'm like, do I start one of those? That way, like while I'm still in the mood. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. That makes sense. I kind of kept my setup the same as it was last year because I feel like it worked really well and it was like easy and I had everything done. So, didn't want to add too much to my plate as I run multiple readathons and planning a wedding in 4 months. Now, too. Actually, 1.5. It's fine. 55 days. Not even 1.5. Really? Wait, yeah. I don't know what, I can't do math. I don't know what that is. It's like 55 days. So it's a little over 1.5 months. Anyways. So yeah, so I'm kind of like, do I just do what I normally do, which is I put everything into a spinner wheel and I say I do like sudden death basically. So like I spin the wheel and as it lands on them, they like remove them. I remove them until I'm left with like the final two and then it's whichever one gets left is the one I'm going to read. So I don't know. I might do that. Honestly, Misty, I kind of forgot about streaming today too. It's one of those days. It's a not so great mental health day for me, which is fine. I'm okay. I don't know why. I think maybe just tired from the holidays, feeling a little overwhelmed. Um, so it was like 6:30 and I hadn't cooked dinner and I was like, dang, I gotta stream tonight. So I'm probably gonna be eating my dinner too. Whoops. Oh, well, you gotta get logged in. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Dreaming into Creation. So you're working on organizing your bookshelf. I have. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys know who Becca and the Books is? She's the person that got me into like reading again and like booktube and all that. Um, I love her. Don't tell her that because it's kind of weird because she doesn't know me, but I do love her. I'm like her right now. Do you see all those books on the ground? No idea where to put them. No idea. It's fine. I have a lot of books I need to read. I was going to go through my physical TBR one day and record it for you guys. And I was like, no, it's too much. There's too many. So I have like 4 stacks right now. It's fine. My TBR cart is over there. See, it's all nice and clean and pretty. I did that earlier today. That top shelf are my monthly, let me point in the right area. This shelf, the top one, are the books that I want to try to read during the month. The second shelf are the other books that I have to read for the quarter. And then the bottom shelf is where if I don't finish a book in the specific quarter, or if it was for like a monthly prompt and it's not for any other prompts, it goes in there. Like, hey, you need to prioritize reading this when you can. Big statement, when you can. It's fine. Okay, so we have someone. Yeah. Okay, so I'll not to like give us like a house tour. It's kind of blurry because I like put a filter on, so sorry it's blurry. I have 2 of these shelves. There are 3 rows. I have one here and one on the other side of my fireplace. I should take a photo so you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, because that would be smart. They are double stacked. So I have the front row and I have the back row. So they're double stacked. I don't think any of them are single stacked. Yeah, no, none of them are single stacked. I have a lot to read, but that's okay. We like books and we like collecting things. Speaking of collecting things, I do know what I'm going to start off with reading. I do 2 snail mails subs instead of like other book boxes. I have Moonlight and Midnight Whispers and that's it. But I got my Romantasy. I think this is my 2nd letter for December. I got that in the mail while I was out of town. So I'm going to read that. And I also got my Charm Post. So I'm going to read this. So I will read those. But then, yeah, I'm going to have to take a minute and I think figure out what I should read. So my question for you guys, let me know. And then we'll get started. We're going to be doing 25-minute sprints, 5-minute breaks, 4 times tonight. But let me know how you think I should do this. So I have like 2 holiday books. I have Love Light Farms and The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. So definitely 2, 2 very specifically holiday books that are on my TBR for this upcoming year, for January. I also have another one called Embers in the Snow, which is like a fantasy wintry type book. When I do my sudden death wheel spin, should I focus on those 3? That way I'm like picking up the vibes. Should I focus on those 2? Love Light Farms and The Most Wonderful Crime? What are your thoughts? How should I do this? Or should I just say like F it, read whatever it chooses, which could be like Dungeon Carl I can't say it. Dungeon Crawler Carl There we go. That's a tongue twister. Um, Slaying the Shifter Prince, the Glove King, Malice. What do you guys think? What should I do? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get the timer set up here. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on how I should do my sudden death wheel spin to pick what I start out reading. Um, um, that's never like really impacted me before. Does that make sense? Like I kind of read everything all year. I'm not like, ooh, this is perfect, like spooky vibes or anything like that. Like I read books all year that could be during Halloween, during Christmas, during winter. Like it doesn't like throw me off, if that makes sense. Cause I still know what those times of the year are like. I mean, if I'm deathly allergic to the outside world, literally I have really bad allergies. I have to carry an EpiPen for pollen. That's how bad it is. Um, so for me, like I'm always cozy reading. I just might not be wearing a sweater and drinking hot chocolate, but I'm still cozy reading because I'm always trying to be like comfortable while reading. So that's why I'm like, it's not really necessarily like a big thing, but yeah, you would just spin and include all. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we'll do that then. I'll have to put them in there. So if I'm in the mood for holiday, then stick to holiday. But if not, then yeah. I feel like have you guys read either of those? Love Light, Farms, and The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I feel like my workbook, I'm reading like a mystery crime type. So I'm like, would that be too much? Because I'm not a big mystery, like crime thriller reader. But I know that there's a little bit of romance in it. So I'm like, I don't know if I should read that one or not. I don't know. We might just I think we're just gonna let the wheel decide, guys. I really do. That's my consensus here. Okay, let me get this set up really quickly. And yes, sorry, you will be seeing me um munch a little bit on my food. I'll try to do it very discreetly and obviously not when I'm on mic. Crimes on your list? Yeah, same. I've had it since last year. I should probably read it. But all right, let's go ahead and get started. Happy productivity, happy reading sprints. Let's make some good progress on what we're working on: journaling, bookshelf reorganizing, possibly reading. We'll figure it out. So, was a 4-star read. Maybe I'll do that one then. I feel like it's like a short little one. So, all right, and I will be back in about 24 minutes. Okay, how did we do? Um, so I checked Discord, um, because I wanted to see the bookshelves. So are they like three bookshelves combined into one, or is that like one big one? I couldn't really tell. Um, but yeah, I get that. My shelves have like no organization either. Like basically just like as I got stuff, I put them on there. And I just try to match series. Like if I have series, I try to match series with series. So, anyways, how did we do? Were we successful? Did we get anything accomplished? Nothing. It's okay if you didn't, if you just relaxed. I was just starting to fill out my wheel spinner. I read my two letters. That's what I was like showing you guys when I was holding stuff up. Um, I read the two snail mail letters. They're cute. They're fun. I like them. One is romantasy based. So it, at least right now, is a fae king, or no, a human king who struck a deal with the fae king to marry his daughter, and like they've never met, but it was like to bring peace to the two worlds, like to the realm. So the way that it's like set up, because it's not a book, so the way it's set up, it's like they're writing letters back and forth. So I really like it. And then they include like little add-ons like fake news missives and things like that. So it's really cool. Three Billy bookshelves, 1.5 shelves cleaned. Let's not talk about cleaning bookshelves because I'm terrible at dusting things. They're rough. That's all I'll say. You're 10% into The Warbler by Sarah Beth Durst. I don't know what that one's about. I've never heard that one. Fold out load of laundry, took out steak for supper. Oh, yummy. That sounds delicious. I'm actually having we call them like steak hoagies. I don't have mushroom sauce or anything on it, but that's what they're called. So I was about to put everything in here that I, said I want to read for January. So, um, probably what I'll do um, is I'll finish getting it set up in the next, like, after this break, after this 2-minute break, and then I'll show you guys which one was selected by the wheel spinner of death. I need a good name for it. Colleen is reading Good Spirits. Do you like it? Is it good so far? I've heard it's really good. So, um, yeah. So yeah, we call them steak hoagies. Normally you put like pizza sauce or mushroom sauce or something like that on there, but I kept it simple. I just said cheese and mayo. So easy dinner. Because remember, I forgot that I had a stream tonight, and then I was like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta cook dinner too. So it's a very quick one to throw together. Um, but yeah, I wasn't really like active in Discord much today. As I said, I'm having like a weird feeling day. It's my sad girl day. That's what I call it, days like this. Not necessarily a reason, just how it is. How it is. So what I was working on though later in the afternoon is I have a huge Amazon list of everything that I have to buy for the wedding. And so I was like adding it to my cart to figure out like, okay, like, are we going to buy it now? Are we going to, buy it in 2 weeks or whatever? Like, what are we doing? And sticker shock, $654, because where we're getting married at, they don't have anything. Like they don't even have a kitchen there. So we're not having a caterer, but like they don't have anything. So we basically have to bring everything, tablecloths, plates, like it's a lot. It's a lot. So get to spend all my money tomorrow when I get paid. I think I get paid tomorrow. I don't know when I get paid. Anyways. So, woo! I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna be broke again. Woohoo! That's what happens when you get married. Well, okay, when you get married and you don't really have people like no one is paying for my wedding. Like we're paying for the wedding. So, um I'm like that just like improved my mood so much. Like, no. No. I probably shouldn't have done that today. I probably should have done it yesterday. All right, I'm going to do my spinner wheel. Happy reading, happy productivity. Colleen is worried about good spirits. Yo, look, if you cry, we're criers. We will still love you. We will not judge you. Sometimes you got to feel how you want to feel. So keep us posted. Is it a tearjerker? Is it not a tearjerker? Is it like a throw it across the room because I'm mad at it type of book? I don't know. I have it. I got it for Christmas. So I'll probably end up reading it next year, meaning 2027, since I got Love Light Farms for Christmas last year and I still haven't read it. So we're like a year behind. So, okay. Anyways, see you guys back in about 23 minutes. I'm going to do my wheel spinner and show you guys what book I'm reading. If I really don't like it, I might just, I don't know, like blind pick one. We'll see what happens. Okay. Bye. Happy productivity. Happy reading. Oh, apparently my lamp is metal and this has a magnet on it. So sorry if that sounded weird. It was like stuck. It was hardcore stuck. Anyways, how do we do? Um I was playing with Charlotte Jane a little bit. That giant llama is like half her body length. Um my sister got it for her for Christmas. And when you throw it, it has squeakers. Like it has one squeaker in the body and the head, and then it has like a squeaker and that long neck. So when you throw it, and like it just, however it lands, but if it lands on like the neck, it still squeaks, which is good for her. She's not the best at playing. She's not the best at fetch. So that's why, like, when she grabbed her toys, I was like, all right, I'm gonna, take 5 minutes to play with her because that's like she's laying down now. So like that's all it was. I threw it twice. So you're making progress, Misty. That's good. Um Actually, yeah. So I can post photos on Discord of like the venue. Um as I said, it's really cheap to rent. Like we had to put down, I think, a $300 deposit, but basically we'll get 300 or 250 back, and then like the 50 that we aren't getting back is because we asked them to set up the tables and chairs for us. So like to me, like you know that's like a pretty good deal. It just, where it sucks is just needing to buy everything. So, and like I'm not like, I won't say like I'm like a bridezilla or like a bougie girl or anything like that. Like I'm very low key and chill in everyday life, very casual. But I'm like, okay, like I at least, Dominic at least, we are not planning on getting married again ever. We're not planning on getting divorced. Like we're not going into, I don't know if that happens where people like know that someone isn't their person that they could like be with forever, but like I can't see a day where like we will be so bored or at such odd and ends that like think, like we can't recover from it. So we're both very like monogamous, committed people. Um, so we're like kind of like, yeah, like we are only getting married once, and like we weren't gonna do a big wedding, and then my mom like kept on kind of like crying about us not doing a big wedding, and I'm like, all right, fine, like. And so I found this place and it's really cheap to rent. It's really pretty. It has really, really high ceilings. But there's like nothing there. So we have to decorate everything. So like we've been like slowly collecting some stuff the last couple months because we're also planning in 4 months. I got engaged at the end of September. So it's a lot. Um, so we've been like slowly collecting stuff, over the last couple months, like Facebook Marketplace, as well as just, like Black Friday, there were a lot of things on sale. So we have, you know, probably about half, but the half that we have to get still is kind of like the more expensive items, like the draping, some extra long, like fairy lights, like hang over the, um, it's like kind of, it's hard to explain, but like we need kind of like a wider and taller arch. So like that's expensive. So it's just a lot. So that's what I was like doing today, is like figuring all that out. But like we have the dress. Like I have my dress. He needs to check on where his stuff is because he got it custom ordered. But I have my dress already. It's actually at the seamstresses. And I go for my final fitting, I think, end of January. So like we're getting there. It's just there's a lot to do between now and then. Um, and we're running out of space in our house to like do stuff. So I'm like getting this arch and I'm gonna have to figure out, how to put the flowers and the garland and all that on there. And I'm like, I don't know where I'll put it though. So I think I'm gonna have to take down like all my Christmas stuff before I can really like get into that. So, and I have zero motivation to take that stuff down right now. It creates pretty lights for us. Anyways, I know our break is over. I'm glad that you guys are starting to make some progress. Hopefully you can keep being productive, keep reading. We'll check back in about 24 minutes. My sudden death book spinner did pick Slaying the Shifter Prince, which is, I don't know anything about it. So it's kind of interesting. The font in this is really big. This is a Moonlight Book Box special edition. I think it's one of their earlier ones, because the font is really big. So yeah, it's a lot. So um it requires a lot of focus. That's like the hardest part, Missy. So, but yeah, so I'm on chapter 5 already, page 12, and there's, let me see how many pages there are. Nope. 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 Wow, there's so many extra notes. There's 367 pages. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna get back to reading. Trying to keep my interest in it. That way, I make some good progress and whatnot. Um, that's one of my biggest fears, is that with like the wedding planning, Misty, is that because I have that and I work and I have the readathons, and so I'm like really worried that I'm gonna get like burned out and not grab, like right now when I get bored, I normally like will watch YouTube, but then I'll gravitate towards reading naturally, and I'm worried that I'm gonna be like, no, like I don't want to do anything. So fingers crossed for me. But yeah, I'll see you guys in about 22 minutes or so. Okay, how did we do? Oh, why is my battery running low on this? Interesting. Okay, I need to plug it in, I think. Um, you finished 3 spreads tonight, 2 of which you finished during these sprints. Oh my gosh, good job. That's so awesome. I'm like really excited to see how it looks once it comes out. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my mic. If it makes a weird noise, let me know. This is actually a really nice little like holder thing. My sister was calling me like right as that sprint ended. Hold on. I'm live. What's up on YouTube? I'm like that doesn't I'm live. What's up? That sounds like I'm telling her that I'm alive. Oh. Oh, I hear myself. Okay, close out of that. Anyway, so we're on Slaying the Shifter Prince. This, we made it to 26, so about 11 pages. Charlie did have to go potty too. Um, it's interesting. I don't know if I'm like gripped by it yet. Like there's not enough. Okay, I'll put it this way. I don't dislike it as much as Evelyn Hugo. It is gripping my attention in like the best ways for an early on book. There's not a ton of world building. Um, there's some descriptions kind of lacking a little bit. We haven't gotten really anyone's backstory yet, but within like the first, 30 pages, we've been hit with a murder, an attempted murder, and a betrayal. That's a lot for the that's a lot for like the first 26 pages. So I'm curious to see how like basically what happens. So very interesting. It is a Fae prince who has been banished. Just like from what I know, I like she just said that he was the Fae prince who had been banished. So he basically created his own little kingdom with like all the other Fae and monsters that aren't accepted in like the normal like Fae court. That's all I know. So, what's really interesting is she is what would like a trapeze artist, I think is the right word. Like she does silks and she had a hoop. I think that's a trapeze artist. I think that's what she, they'd still be called and whatnot. But yeah, let me see. Um but yeah, so really interesting, but we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm not in it yet enough to say like this is going to be a yay, this is going to be a nay. Now, what I will say is that for whatever reason, Moonlight book boxes, they're typically books that I don't know because they're normally indie pub books. Um and sometimes they're older, so like before I got back into reading, so that's like why I didn't really know them, because like it's not like a big trad pub one, it's an indie pub, and I wasn't really into those for a long time. And so and I feel like the exposure also wasn't like quite there unless you were like really in the thick of it, and I was not. So um they had one of my favorite books last year, Worthy of Fate. I think it was last year. It was actually maybe this year. I don't know. But anyways, I think it was this year. So their books have always been really good. Some they had varying levels of spice in them. I'm not sure uh like what's going to happen here. The language is there for it to end up being spicy, but I don't know like what level, because right now like the language is there in terms of how she describes certain things or says like certain things are showing or like more revealing. But she did also talk about sexuality, but like not in detail, like kind of like behind closed doors. Like it happened, like she says it happened, but you're not privy to that. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how fast it moves once I like really get into it. I feel like it's just gonna be a hard tell. So all right, we'll be back in about 24 minutes. Happy reading, happy productivity. Missy, I hope you get more spreads done. So as I said, I'm really excited to see them. Okie dokie. How did we do? By the way, oh, sorry, I hit my tripod. By the way, Cherry Bomb is my sister that if you were on live streams with me last Tuesday, that was her. So, but how did we do? So I'm like, almost, I was about to just like keep going and just chime in late. Because I have like a page left in this in this chapter. Um, I made it to page 43. So it's definitely getting better. This is going to be an interesting book. So I'm going to just do hold on a minute. Okay. So as I said, I didn't know I don't know anything about this book. Like I tend to go into these pretty blind. They do always include like a synopsis when you get your box, but I never look at them. Like I always just throw them away because I'm like, no, like I want to be surprised. So then I like this is going to be really interesting. I don't know if I'm going to like this book, but we're going to try it out. I feel like it's definitely going to be spicy, but again, I can't tell yet to like what degree. Um but it has like the whole like I don't know, like primal instinct. I don't know like the best word to call it. I haven't read any books with that before. So this is a first for me. Um like he legitimately just like gave her a collar. What? Okay. I mean, I know that's like a thing, but like I have never read it before. So very interesting. I feel like I'm a baby when it comes to like spicy books, but it is what it is. Um, but this is like legitimately what it says. And now I will say this too. I read the first Zodiac Academy and like so many people hate on that book. They're like, "Oh, like this is a terrible book. Those guys are so mean." When like it's a bully romance. Like it's supposed to be mean and like maybe you just don't like bully romances. This is literally what the last line says after it goes to like all the content warnings. But it says so it starts out, it says, please note, this is a revenge story featuring cruelty, violence, and fantasies about violence and punishment. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, like, we've already, like, kind of seen some of the violence, but what? And then at the end, so then it lists everything. And then at the end, it says, this is a villain romance with bully elements. The MMC behaves in ways we never expect a hero to. I don't know. Am I going to love him or am I going to hate him throughout the whole book? It might be I might hate him. I don't know. So I'm like kind of intrigued to see what happens. So so anyways, I didn't sleep very well last night, so I am perfect timing for a yawn. I didn't sleep well last night, so I am tired, but I do kind of want to try to stay up and read a little bit more because I don't want my sleep schedule to get like super messed up if I go to bed super early. So, anyways, so I think I might try to read like 1 to 2 chapters. I don't know, maybe we'll try to get to like page 75 or something. Or like the chapter closest to 75. I feel like that's a good goal for today. Um Ashley, you made it over a quarter done with the Warbler. Nice. What is like what genre is that? I only know Sarah Beth Durst for like the Spell Shop and the Enchanted Greenhouse. And then you finished one bookshelf completely. Nice. Did you decide how you're organizing it? Are you doing it? If you post it in Discord, I can just look there. But yeah. Yeah, um so the last thing, this is told from the female main character. I don't think that this is a duology. I haven't seen anything. It's magical realism. Nice. I might have to look at that. I haven't read The Spell Shop yet though, so I want to maybe read that first before I pick up any of her other books. Um, but yeah, so this chapter is like ending with the female main character saying, he likes to play games and he likes to punish because he likes to win. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. It doesn't actually say that, but like this is like her thought process. And she's like, well, he doesn't know that I like to play games too and that I like to win too. So I'm going to play along and not give him a reason to like punish her. So I'm like, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Ooh. Ooh. Wee, wee, wee. Like a cop. Wee, 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 wee. Except this is a fantasy land and they don't have popos. It's fine. They have guards. Wee, 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 wee. Like a guard carriage. Yeah, that works. Not really. Anyways. Um Totally by vibes. Okay. It just wasn't vibing before, which is why you changed it, but then like kind of by genre too. That's good. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll see how you did. Spell Shop's amazing. You just finished The Lost. Is that what this says? You just finished The Lost, the newly, and it was great too. Is that another book buyer? Yeah, I haven't read her books. I did see that she's coming out with a third Spell Shop though, called like The Sea of Charms or something. I could totally be wrong. It's sea something. I know that. It's by the ocean. That's all I know. But anyways, as I said, I am a little bit tired tonight. Hopefully I sleep pretty well tonight. And yeah, okay. I might need to look at that. Yeah. I know the reason I didn't sleep well last night. I got my allergy shot and like every time I get that, I don't know if it's like just my body reacting to it cuz like it doesn't have caffeine in it, but like every time I get that shot, I have a lot of issues sleeping that same night. I don't know why. I'm sure that there's like a medical reason for it, but it basically like causes insomnia. So I think I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Ugh. So, yeah, so I am a little bit tired, and we need to be super productive the next couple days. So I think I'm gonna try to get to page 75 here in the next like 30 minutes to an hour in our current book, and then I'll probably go lay down. Um, Look, I say I need to be super productive, but let's be honest, I'm gonna be watching the new Fallout episode and Stranger Things. So that means that we have to be productive so that we can do those things and also read and run our sprints. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you're located. I currently still have on the schedule for sprints for tomorrow night, starting at 7 EST. So I'm going to do my best to keep those. I'm like, I think last year on New Year's Eve, I was asleep. So I'm like that old grandma that like doesn't do anything on New Year's Eve. That's me. Um, so yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to keep them as long as like nothing happens that, where like I can't. Um, that way we can, have a good reading night in case anyone else isn't doing anything. If you are though, be safe, be happy. And yeah, and then we're running sprints again on the 1st for, I think I did a 4-hour sprint. I think we're going to do 10 to 2 or 11 to 3. I can't remember. I should probably look at this stuff before I go live. It's already scheduled on YouTube though. So if you look at what's scheduled, you'll find it. But yeah, other than that though, have a nice night, guys. Thanks for hanging out so much. I hope you were productive. I hope you had some reading successes. And I'll see you tomorrow.